Today, we're going to start our foray into mathematical excellence by talking about functions. And we're going to keep talking about functions all through the class. We're going to talk about functions because that's basically what calculus is, the study of functions and in particular infinitesimals, but we'll get into that. But I want to talk about first what a function is, and we have a specific definition for that. It's not something I want you to memorize, but there are two words that I want you to kind of recall because I will ask you to define a function and in particular tell me why something is a function and why something else is not, and you're going to need the definition that we come up with. So let's begin. A function is a rule. That's the first of the two words that I want you to key in on this definition. Function is a rule that assigns a number in the domain to another. Let me stop right here, and I want to say not just another, but to exactly, and that's the other number, that's the other word that I want you to key in on. One number in the range. And you've probably seen this before. You have this pool of numbers, a bunch of numbers, 2, 3, 7, 9, square root of pi type of numbers, and your function f takes that number and puts them in another set of 5, 7, or let's make that a 3, 7, a bunch of other numbers, and f takes that one number and puts it into the other. This is what we call the domain, and this is what we call the range. So far, so good? Two words, rule and exactly, because there are things that could be called functions. They look like functions, but they don't fit the exactly requirement. And so let's go now. I'm going to get a different eraser. Because it's time for an example. F of x is equal to 3x. This is a simple one. F is telling me that whatever x I have, I'm going to take that x and multiply it times 3. So f of 2 is going to equal 3 times 2. That thing that's in that parentheses, this is what we call the slot. 2 is in the slot. The function f tells us to take what's in the slot and multiply it times 3. And so we get 6. F of minus 1 is going to be 3 times minus 1. Minus 1 is what's in the slot. 3 times minus 1 is going to be minus 3. Now let's put something else in. What is f of y? Y is in the slot. F tells us to take what's in the slot and multiply it times 3 and we get 3y. In all of these cases, this number that's in the slot, this is from our domain. And what we get out of it, this, is in our range. So the input is the domain, the output is the range. We'll cover more on this, but this will be a good time to stop this first video.